Technova Solutions, a mid-sized tech firm facing economic strain after a troubled product launch. Technova is confronting declining revenues. The board has demanded a 15% reduction in operating costs. Fafa, the CEO, tasked Nadine, the HR manager, with determining necessary staff reductions. However, Nadine must balance financial pressures with the organization's ethical commitments, ensuring that decisions benefit the majority without sacrificing the rights and dignity of individual employees. Fafa has just reviewed the quarterly financial report and summons Nadine for a confidential discussion.
We're in a very critical situation. Our investors are demanding cost cuts, and the numbers are not in our favor. We need a reduction in payable expenses, a 15% cut across all departments, and I need you to look at the staffing and come up with a plan that satisfies both us and, of course, the investor itself.
I understand the pressure, Fa. However, layoff will affect real life. If we purely use a utilitarian approach and focus on saving the most money, we might target positions with the highest salaries. Yet, that risks losing irreplaceable talent and violating our commitment to treat our employee with dignity, which is the ontological concern.
True, but numbers don't lie. We have to make choices, and you need to identify where our greatest savings lie. And if layoff is meant to be, then it has to be.
Okay, so based on our assessment, if we target our senior roles with higher salaries like Feodora, we'd achieve significant savings. But Feodora's contribution have been pivotal to our past successes. In contrast, Jenny, our new hire, has less impact on cost and might even drive innovation in the future. Yet ethically, dismissing someone like Feodora sends a negative signal about loyalty and commitment. Nadine arranges a confidential meeting with Feodora and Jenny to discuss the looming changes and to gather perspective. Thank you for joining me. This isn't an easy conversation, but your insights are critical as we consider the path ahead. I want to be upfront. Layoff are on table, but I want to explore every angle, including the ethical ones.
Then let me speak plainly. If this company is seriously considering laying off people like me, those who built Technofus from the ground up, then it's not just financial crisis, it's moral one. I'm not afraid to say that cutting experienced employees for short-term saving is lazy leadership. Well, I've learned my place here, and if we want to abandon those who've proven their value, we're throwing away more than just payroll. We're throwing away principle.
And I won't sit quietly while you debate who's easier to let go. I may be new, but I'm not expendable. I represent this communist future, and I refuse to be treated like a placeholder. If we want to be ethical, then let's stop pretending this is just about numbers, but it's also about who we choose to protect and why.
You're both making powerful points. Feodora, you're standing the deontological ground. You believe the company has more moral obligation to honor those who committed years for the service. Jenny, your care ethics remind us to not dehumanize anyone, regardless the tenure.
And I'm here to earn my place, not to be gifted or discarded on a whim. If leadership wants loyalty, they better start showing it first.
Well, then maybe the real challenge here isn't just the economic, it's moral. I'll take your voices into the meeting with me, loud and clear. Nadine meets Fafa and the board in a conference room, ready to present her ethically balanced strategy.
This is a very intensive approach, but it's not the quick fix that we might have imagined, but it certainly honors our corporate values, and it also looks good from a public's perspective as a company that prioritizes its people, and I like that.
After much analysis and a heartfelt consultation with the team, I propose multi-phase restructuring plan. Rather than immediately resorting to layoff, we implement a combination of measures that distribute the cost-cutting burden more equitably. Okay, so the board approved the plan. There's no immediate layoff, but we're implementing voluntary reduction, deferred bonuses, and more cross-team collaboration. You two helped shape that.
Good. That's a decision with backbone. It shows that we don't toss people aside for convenience. I'll take the temporary hit if it means we're doing this the right way, not the easy way.
You two didn't just share your thoughts, you helped make things more clear, and you had the guts to speak. That kind of fire is what will keep Technofus going strong. This scenario illustrates a realistic and ethically challenging moment in human resource management. Nadine's approach shows that while financial pressures may demand difficult choices, a thoughtful and ethically diverse strategy can protect the well-being of individuals while addressing the overall needs of the organization. Through open dialogue and a shared commitment to fairness, Technofus Solutions sets an example of managing a crisis with both heart and wisdom.